Greetings, my name is Piero and welcome back to the Neon Slice. So today I wanted to have a quick tutorial for all you new people or maybe veterans who just start playing the game, um, thanks to the new update of Minecraft 1.16.1. So I don't know about you guys, but one of the biggest things that always puts me off from playing Minecraft is having to make a house. So today we're going to be teaching you how to make a house by only using oak materials. And that's it. And I would like to specify it's just the classic oak. That tree over there that you see is the most common tree everywhere. And it's only going to be a small build. And I'm gonna come up with the design as I go with you guys. So I'm gonna try to make something that isn't traditional, but still kind of looks semi good, like a starter house. I'm gonna try following the old trends that I usually do, and then we're gonna go from there and we're gonna change things up. So one big thing that I like doing, and I haven't seen that many people do, is use stairs instead of um, walls for your windows. So this way, you can make a square building or a semi-square building and still have some depth to the building. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Also, I'm starting to use these stripped oak logs a lot more often, and I'm starting to like them. I actually didn't like them at first because they're kind of ugly, but yeah, the important thing about a Minecraft build is to not repeat yourself too much. Don't be boring. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna try to come up with something here. So we don't even have to. I know I said actually I said oak only, so let's use oak only. Let's see what we can do with this. I still want to use that. Let's use no, I'm not gonna use that yet. So instead of that, we are going to use fences. I'm going to be showing you that fences can also be used for this, or you can just, since we're using fences, we're just going to make a smaller house then. There we go. So I tend to make these small houses at first, and then I basically dig out a basement and expand the house from there, or sometimes, you can just add on to it. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm just giving you pointers. Like I said in my previous mention video, if you haven't checked that out yet, make sure to check it out. It'll be in a card on the top right hand corner of your video, or in the description, or in the comments. But yeah, I built a 1.16 mansion. It was like a semi-tutorial. But again, when I make these tutorials, I'm just giving you pointers. I don't expect you guys to copy me, but of course you can, you can copy me, that's fine, but it's better when you do something that comes from your own mind, your own brains. Alright, let's see here. So later on, we are going to add some other things. So here we have to make a decision. I think I'm gonna go with the classic decision that is very common here on my channel, to just have like a little wraparound. And we're gonna change things up here actually. We're gonna make a bigger window. Or do I want to make a bigger window? That works. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's see how that looks, and if we don't like it, we can change it. So this is gonna be a one floor only build, because I expect you, if you're building this, you have an axe. This is like, as soon as you spawn in, you should be able to build this. That's my goal. Like, you don't have to gather resources other than your typical wood that everyone harvests anyway. So it's not going to have a staircase. So it's only going to be a simple house, one floor. And we're gonna see how it goes here. I like adding walls to my houses, but I don't like repeating myself. So let's see if we can come up with a design here for a room. I'm not sure if I want walls yet. So we're testing the waters. This is what Minecraft's all about, by the way. Trial and error. Just simple trial and error. And I'm gonna show you a little trick here in a second. So you guys might hate me for this, but I'm gonna do it. Yep, that's right. We are breaking the rules of Minecraft. Just giving you ideas, you know. You don't have to copy me again, but it doesn't look too terrible, all right? It doesn't look too terrible. Let's be honest. It doesn't look that terrible. It's good to have something different every now and then. But here is basically the foundations of that. And I personally like having slabs on my ceilings. You can have a skylight too. I'm a fan of skylights, but for this specific build, I'm just gonna leave it to you. Leave it for your interpretation. So I'm just gonna have a regular ceiling. I like using slabs because I can see, you know, that it's not a plain wall. You know, it's hard to explain. I get to see the log, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're seeing here that this doesn't look that great. So we're gonna change it. We're gonna actually leave that there. And we are going to do this. That looks much better. You can have a door. I personally don't think this build needs a door indoors. No pun intended. I don't even know that's a pun. We're gonna use the typical classic red bed because, don't get me wrong, all of the new beds are pretty sick, but this one, nothing beats classics. I'm going to add bookshelves to our build because you don't have to, but because they're made out of oak, so that's fair game. So one big thing that I like doing is using bookshelves as sort of fillers, you know? Also, this is a smaller build, so I don't know if I can actually make it work. But you can have your typical torch to light up the rooms, because we're thinking, you know, very basic. So we gotta, there we go, use that as kind of like a nightstand sort of thing. And then we have like our chests there. And of course, our classic slabs. So classic. As you can see, just to confirm, you can open those chests and they work. You can have a taller bookshelf. I tend to just do this, like that. Sort of, it gives it sort of like a different look. You can add more there and then do that if you want, or like just leave it like so, like that. But yeah, all jokes aside, you can use these as sort of bookshelves. I personally like that design. See, I would normally add walls to my houses, but um, you don't have to. You can even have a second entrance, like a back door. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. There it is. So let's think about our design for the outside after we do this. This is our like backyard. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible because we don't really have, you know, has to be a quick build. It's not something that you dedicate your entire Let's Play on, or your entire, you know, single player world on, or maybe multiplayer, you know. Let's add that. You can have a nice tree, just in case you think, you know, something isn't, you know, doesn't quite look right, or it looks empty. Just add a tree to it. And this, yes, this is allowed because it's an oak tree. There you go, nice old tall tree. Also, that is a pretty effective way of getting a tall tree. So for our roof, we don't want anything special. So we're just going with our basic design. Just going around. Let's do our typical wraparound design. You can literally do this super easily, under 10 minutes. You'll probably need like at least 3 or 4 stacks of oak logs though, which isn't much, honestly. Like who doesn't have that, right? Everyone has a lot of wood in their chest, just sitting there waiting to be used, and you just never use them. You just use them for like torches and stuff. But instead, why don't you make a house? You know, a nice, happy little house. I'm adding this just so it's easier, but you can do it without it. We won't be seeing anything in there anyway. Just in case you're worried, we're going to add our torches in here so the baddies don't spawn. And let's see, let's add these to each corner so we have sort of a reference for our pattern. But yeah, essentially this is what we're trying to do. Just a regular wraparound design. We don't need anything special. We're just miners, you know? Maybe you don't like building and but you need a house. You can't be homeless. You need to settle down, you know, and have, even miners need a house to put their stuff in. Let's see here. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a like on this video if you've enjoyed. And I have started streaming every single day when I can on Twitch. So if you would like to see other games or even modded Minecraft, or maybe I'll play some vanilla live on Twitch, twitch.tv/neonslice, or just search for Neon Slice on the Twitch app on your mobile device. But yeah, we're about to reach our final wraparound here for this pattern. This is honestly the trickiest part. Like this is how not difficult this build is. You know something is something's easy when the roof is the hardest part. But anyway, here we are, just giving you some inspiration, you know. You don't have to follow it to a T. Maybe you just want slabs. That works too. We're just going for modesty here. We're not fancy. Let's see if this works. See if we can make it work. We can make it work. Everything works. It just sort of works. Now, I like using slabs. So, as you can see... Oops, sorry. See, if you can place a torch. This is how you know mobs can spawn. When you can place a torch. When you can't place a torch. And here we have our basic design for our roof. One big thing that I can suggest is use these sort of areas. See, I do these areas for a purpose. So you can add things such as a little farm. This is another trick. Don't tell anyone, okay? But don't let anyone see you actually do this, okay? Just do a little bit of this. And just don't let anyone see you. They're gonna ask you, how did you do that? And you're gonna tell them it's a secret. And then you're gonna show them this video. You can have it like this. I don't personally like that, but actually so you can't see the water. There we go. You can either have like wheat. Let's actually try how that looks. Oh, I got an achievement. Wheat always looks nice against oak, and also it's pretty good for your food. And if you have sugarcane, are you ready for this? Yes, it grows without having to show the water. Or you can use melon seeds, which look fantastic when they actually grow. Maybe you like a diverse farm. You don't necessarily want it to just be wheat. Again, this is a starter house, and for the sake of recording, I'm going to show you what it looks like when it actually is grown. Oh, that's weird. It isn't. Yeah, but basically it should grow there, or it can be pumpkins. But yeah, use that to your advantage. Also, one big thing that I can suggest is using oak leaves. This is allowed because it's oak, everyone has access to at least 2 ingots of iron. Just by doing that, like, you don't have to do that. Or if you don't like seeing the grass, you can do this. This is another trick that I can teach you, that I've been using since Minecraft beta back in the day. You can even have that. You have like a little garden here. You have like some water. Maybe you need an infinite spring of water, you know, or you can just have a cool design. Put a lily pad there. If you want, you don't have to, but lily pads look cool. And of course we need a way out with our typical classic old school fence gate. And since this is a plain wall, we don't want it to look too boring. Literally, this is all it takes to make something not look boring. Just add a little bit of green to it. And there you go. There you have a little house. You don't have to use this, but some people like dirt. So if you're one of those people, you can do that. There you go. And don't be too scared of using fences. Yeah, we did use them already, but who cares? Don't feel like anyone's gonna judge you. This is your house. It is important that you remember that. You have to like it, nobody else. You can even have a fence here. Don't even worry about finishing your gates. Like, you don't have to have gates. Also, another big thing that I can teach you, or some pointers I can give you, use fences as sort of that, like torch holders. Like so. You can even have it like that, up high. Because you don't want stuff spawning, right? Whichever works for you. Whichever height you want. Or maybe you want both. It's fine. It's totally fine. It's completely up to you, my friend. Just remember, you have to be the one who likes it. Nobody else. There you go. There. Let's fix that. So we have some more continuity, you know. There we go. Some more consistency, I'm sorry. Or if you don't like the corners, you can even have a little bit of this. And some slabs. Oh, I do have my slabs. There we go. You have that, like a little sort of like a corner unit. And like, there you go. There we have a basic, you can even have bushes to kind of like bring it around, you know? Don't be too scared. There you go. There we have our basic oak wood house. It didn't even take me 20 minutes to build. It probably takes you longer to gather the wood than actually building this. So feel free to use this design. Do the interiors however you like. Just use the pointers I gave you, and you should be fine. You can even have like a kitchen here. Add your your furnace. It's all up to you. Whatever you put this. Your furnace, your crafting tables. It's all up to you, my friend. There you go. See? Simplicity at its finest. You know. You can even do that if you like, but this is an oak house. We're not using that. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to look out for videos on a daily basis coming to you at a high quality, no nonsense guides, tutorials, and more inspiration.